First impressions of Mount Bailey, though,
You can say you hated it.
well, try.
It was a photographer's dream. Yeah.
Our plan was to hit sunrise on Mount Bailey, try and line up the sunrise with the actual peak of Mount Carleton, so get to the peak of Mount Bailey. We didn't quite make it. The trip up was strenuous. We started at, how did we start at?
We got up at 4:30.
Got up
We
at
got to
4:30.
the trail at 5:45.
Yeah.
Around 5.
Yeah, around 5, 5:45 we started. And just the uphills were strenuous. We climbed and climbed and climbed, and it felt like forever, but we finally got to the first lookout right as the sun crested the hills across the way. So beautiful morning. Once that happened, we stood there for well over an hour.
Well, I had to change my hat. I had to change my hat because my other hat got completely frozen over.
Yeah,
Like,
that was cool.
it was cool. It made for some good photos, and it actually kept warm. It was just like that part of the hike. Like when we got up there, my impression was like breathtaking. You know, like all of these compositions running through my mind. I went photography mode, and I wanted to get out the 100 to 500. And
Yeah,
just
I want to do everything.
start taking pictures because there's
Yeah.
so much going on, light wise and composition wise. But yeah, first impression, hard as hell.
Yeah,
You know,
breathtaking in a different way.
breathtaking in a couple ways for sure.
It's a weird little forest day. Weird little birch forest. Just over that next ridge. Oh, what a view. Geez, we got the rest of the day now. What are we gonna do? Go back through that, eh?
Hard to breathe.
Your hat's getting danglier. We're almost there. There's like you should be able to see a picnic table there now. Soon. I knew we were close that time. Yeah, it looks like it. There's not much of the picnic table left. Yeah. It is beautiful. Yeah, see, it's hard to see Sagamore from here. You're kind of looking back over the corner. So you got a nice view of Carleton there. I still don't see any moose in that brook down there, though. Oh God, these trees are so crazy. It's gonna seem too easy going down now. Yeah, I know. I wish I had that snowboard now. You can see the sun's just coming over to hit those rocky outcrops enough.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's a cool spot. Yeah, I like the hike down. Nice view and stuff, eh?
I don't have to look at my feet sometimes.
Yeah. Pretty steep.
There's gotta be critters around this.
Yeah, I know. Love these old crooked hardwoods and stuff though.
Yeah.
Cool. The top of that tree there, all open, eh? Geology's another thing you can get in deep with. Like, what are these humps here for? Like, what the hell? Like, they're just random humps.
Yeah.
Crazy. What is it? Geocacher or trail cam or counter?
Geocache, I think.
Oh, nice. I like those twisted maples. Those big old maples that are like twisted.
Yeah.
They're really cool, eh? Like even this, it looks like the trees separated and went back together. Weird, eh? Really weird.
The cold was definitely a challenge too. It was somewhere in the range of -25, and then the wind chill, when you get on certain edges of the mountain, you could feel the wind chill kick in and get even colder. So I think it was probably around -30 with the wind chill. Hard on camera equipment, hard on the body, hard to keep regulated because you're hot inside and you're cold outside. So
Yeah.
definitely challenging. Mount Bailey in the summertime is not too bad. It's about a 3-hour round trip, and it's kind of like a big figure 8, where the lower part's less exciting. It just kind of goes out around the Franklin Mountain through the woods. But once you get to the top part of the figure 8, you start to climb up. You climb up an old road, and then you veer off into beautiful, beautiful hardwood ridge, which was the ridges that kept kind of climbing the hill, which was the challenge. And then once you get up to the top, it starts to get into these weird scrubby birches and stuff, which is really cool. And that top figure 8, the bottom part of it, which isn't open in the wintertime, but it goes out around Bald Mountain, which is like open cliffs down in the valley, and that has open views of Lake Nicktaw, of Sagamok, of Mount Carleton. That's my favorite part of Bailey, is the views, because when you get to that main lookout, you're looking across at the Mount Carleton Plateau, right from Mount Sagamok, which drops off to the left, all the way across to you can see the peak of Mount Carleton with the tower on the peak. There's something about getting out to where there's nobody there at that time, when it's just to the edge of what's even possible, and just the challenge of it, and just the shots and stuff that you get back when you come back with the shots. It's just phenomenal. You go out into this little dense forest, and then you just kind of open up into this view. It's good at the best of times, but it was extra difficult this morning, so it was extra payoff. Would you do it again tomorrow? 4:30? I'm ready again now.
If you're dragging me up, honestly, man, let's go. If you get me a skidoo, I will go.
Get a skidoo, yeah.
Yeah, no, I would do it again. I want to see it in a different season.
Definitely.
I'm not much of a hiker, really. Like, I like hiking,
Now you tell me.
but I don't hike the way you hike. You know, I'm not hiking MB. You push yourself through just for that beautiful moment at the end, and it's usually worth it.
Yeah.
You know, I agree.
Yeah.
You can't really. It's like anything in life. You don't really have much reward without challenge.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely a metaphor for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a photographer's dream.